Hi, I'm John Jebb from Act to Transform Ltd. As part of our COVID-19 business recovery programme, we're recording a set of interviews with other business support specialists to provide some extra help and tips to help you through this current crisis. Today, I'm joined by Simon Errington of Gundog HR and Development, a Yorkshire-based HR consultancy which works with companies to improve their performance and their capabilities, as well as providing a whole range of HR policy and compliance advice and consultancy. Good afternoon, Simon. Thanks for joining us. How does Gundog HR and Development actually help businesses at the moment?
What we're doing at the moment is we're providing a consultancy service to small and medium-sized businesses where we support businesses to remain compliant or to become compliant wherever their starting point is. We partner with the businesses to lead them through the complexity that is HR. It is a bit of a minefield, and we help them in much more of a pragmatic way, aligned to their specific circumstances.
So to ensure that businesses can bounce back securely, what are the essential HR policies do they need to have in place?
I mean, clearly the job retention scheme for employers has been a tough one, and equally it's been tough for the employees, but I think re-engaging with the workforce is critical. So having clear health and safety policies that talk about social distancing, how you organise your workplace to make sure that it is a safe place for people to come back to, and also a place where employees are prepared to come back to as well. So having a clear policy on how you'll help people back to work in terms of their childcare issues, dependent issues, and making sure there's provision for that within your re-engagement back into the workplace. You know, good, strong, robust performance management policies, good, strong and clear discipline policy is really important.
So there's accountabilities on both parts. And on that basis, what are some of the key things that businesses can do to help their staff through the current crisis then?
I think the biggest thing or biggest factor that businesses need to consider is and should have been communication. So having the time to discuss with the employees and supporting them as much as they can.
So what do you think will be some of the things that businesses need to change in order to successfully bring people back and then allow the business to bounce back by having new policies or new practices?
Things that need to change may be that actually we need to revisit our contracts. We need to revisit our policies, and actually what do we do? They should be considering a phased approach. Who are the right people to bring back, and when do we bring them back? And those that we're not going to bring back just yet, let's talk to them, have some communication, and communicate well and communicate often. You know, we need to be reasonable, but equally it's two-way, and the employee needs to be reasonable as well. We need to be consistent in how we deal with this as well. So it's been consistent across your workforce, so that we can successfully bounce back.
There must be things that businesses are doing that they shouldn't do. What would they be in common cases?
So I think in terms of the things that businesses are doing that they shouldn't be doing is, you know, if you're reliant on bringing your workforce back without a layoff clause, we need to be having some decent conversation again, and seeking their consent to return. The whole basis of this is communication, and is about ensuring that we understand our employees and that they understand our position as well.
Yeah. Do you think in general, businesses are communicating effectively and well enough with any employees they furloughed or laid off?
I think the picture's mixed. I think some businesses are communicating well and are having regular check-ins with their employees, and others have just essentially laid them off, told them we'll see you in June. That was the last date that was given, and we'll have a conversation with you later. Where we've got representative bodies involved, I think we need to be communicating quite clearly with them as well.
What do you find when you're dealing with companies or talking to them about their policies or their practices? What are the common things that businesses are not doing that they must do?
I think one of the biggest challenges with policy, where they have policies, is actually to follow the policy. if you're going to write policy, then the issue is to follow it to the letter. And if you do that, then the chances are that you'll be protected in law.
So Simon, do risk assessments actually figure in that assessment and policy process?
Clearly, businesses should have clear policies which are aligned to health and safety of employees. Fundamentally, that's been there in business from day one. And clear risk assessments associated with the measures that you've put in place to address any hazards need to be communicated, need to be written, and need to be firmly understood by everybody that's in the business. You know, mindful that also responsibilities under health and safety is also around the welfare of employees as well.
I guess you're busy helping your own clients, but there'll be a lot of businesses that actually don't have access to HR directors internally or know who to turn to at this point. And with all these policies you've talked about and the new ways of working and having everything arranged in a way that can be referred to and everybody understands, can businesses actually, who aren't your clients, get advice from you and contact you for that advice?
Of course, I'd be more than happy to have a conversation with a business to consider their return to work arrangements, what's in place currently, to look at their policies and processes. I'd be more than happy to conduct an audit of their processes. If employers just want a conversation, pick up the phone, let's have a conversation.
The offer to help businesses that aren't your clients will obviously be appreciated by those that are struggling. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you.